Okay, welcome back to one more session on lean and RCM. Right, so how we are going to complete or utilize our lean methodology in denial management. That's what our topic today. So as usual, we are going to discuss on a new denial and how we can implement our lean methodology in this denial. So here, as you know very well, the team wood is a basic one which controls the lean, right? The transportation, inventory, motion, weighting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. So if you understand the 7 ways thoroughly, you may understand where we can do an improvement, where we can bring the process improvement in the site, right? And for this, actually, we discuss about the pre-billing audit. See, sometime we can do it before billing. We'll call it as a pre-billing audit. Sometime we cannot do before the billing. But even after the billing is happening or at the time of billing is happening, you can do this audit and then you can fix it before the denial comes. Right? That is also a good mechanism to stop your denial, because whatever denial you're going to get at, you would have been worked on the denial well in advance. That delay can be avoided in this situation, right? So today we're going to cover one more interesting topic on the denial, but it's a very, very least denial, right? I can say that you don't get these kind of denials very frequently unless your providers are out of network. Right. So it's most of the time when we see the claim, okay, we'll see what is the code related to this. Okay. So if you consider the codes, okay, this code is PR100. So when the code is denied as a PR100, this is related to paid to patient. That means the insurance company already paid to the patient. On what ground they are paying to the patient? The first one, when you identify this particular issue, you can check the COB and ERA and then confirm, is it a CO PR100 or a CO100 denial. Okay, mostly it is a PR code. We'll get very limited CO here. In this scenario, first you will go back and then check in the previous payment with the same payer for the same provider. Did we receive any payment? If you received any payment, then the processing is incorrect. You have to send this claim back for reprocess. Right? That's a straightforward. If it is not, okay, we didn't get any payment previously. In that scenario, first you have to check whether the provider is credentialed. What do you mean by credential? Provider is par with that particular insurance or not, right? So check that. If the provider is not participating with the insurance company, then you move that issue to the credentialing team. Ask them to check the credential. Okay, that is the one we have to do. And second one, what we need to do when the provider is participating, still we are getting this particular denial. What you need to do is you check the box number 13, whether the acceptance of benefit has been checked or not checked. Okay, if it is not checked, that is your problem. Since you are not accepting the benefit, insurance company is not going to pay to you. They are going to pay only to the patient. So in that scenario, you go back to the billing team and then identify how it is getting used up. There might be, see, for example, if you're starting the billing newly with a new PMS, these kind of scenarios may happen, but there's not a regular one. It will get fixed. So in that scenario, you go back and then fix it, send a corrected claim. And your credentialing team will work on the credentialing for this doctor if it is required. Okay, if it is done, it's already paid to the patient. What I need to do? So we have to bill the patient and collect the money from the patient. So this is the only scenario. Straight away, what we used to do is we can bill the patient for the entire billed amount. So what the patient will come back, patient will not get the entire billed amount from the payer, but they will get the check from the insurance company, what is allowed. If the patient is going to give the same check endorsed to this particular doctor, we will adjust the balance and then we will close this account. If the patient is not going to give the same check and the patient is giving his own check, he can be billed till to the billed amount. Okay, that's the only difference here. When we get a check from the patient, the endorsed check and the own check. That's the only difference here. So in this scenario, what else we can do in a lean methodology? So if you look into here as a lean methodology, what we can do here is, first thing, understand, okay, whether the claim is denied incorrectly and you are sending this claim back for reprocess, there may be a problem that you check with the payer credentialing team and then understand, is this doctor is credentialing detail updated correctly or not. Okay, if it is getting updated correctly, you will not get these kind of incorrect processing will not happen in future. So you can stop this. And coming to the A13 as a AOB box 13. So as we discussed, you have to go to the PMS and then check why it is not getting checked automatically. So fix this problem. This can be easily avoided. And third one, whenever you know that there is a provider is a non-par and it is going to be paid only to the patient, what do you need to do? You have to start collecting the patient amount in the next visit. See, usually what we will do, we will collect all the patient responsibility amount, including copay, co-insurance, and deductible, and we will inform to the front-end team to collect. So in that criteria, you add this also, the paid to patient scenario also you add to the patient and start collecting it. The RC of the problem is 3. 1, AOB is not checked, that's a billing issue. Second, provider is non-par, that's a credentialing issue. And incorrect processing, this is by the insurance. If you're able to fix this RCA, this denial can be easily managed. Since it's a very short denial, I thought of covering one more. So that is also very important denial, I can say that, right? The appeal upheld. Most of the time, we don't know what to do with this appeal upheld scenarios, right? So when the claim is getting denied and we already appeal, and the insurance company already reviewed that appeal, and then they are saying that original decision is upheld. We are going with the original decision. So in that scenario, 3 points I just make it out. 1, review the initial appeal letter, okay, and then understand what they denied and what the payer response now and what we send so far. See, usually what we'll do when the claim is getting denied, we will try to appeal with the documentation what is required in that particular scenario. So for example, if there's anything related to coding, what we'll do, we will send the appeal letter along with the medical records, right? If it is a procedure, we will send the operative notes and the patient history and physical. Like that, we have a set of documents which need to be sent. Try to document and then make it as a standard one. And second one, if anything related to coding side, you please review with the coders team why they upheld on this particular scenario. And second one, if you decided to go to the second level, that means, for example, primary or the first level appeal, I sent 5 documentation. And I identified there are 2 or 3 main documentation which is going to add value based upon your discussion with the coding team or with your provider or with your claim, then go for a second level. See, what dollar amount I can go for a second level? See, there should be a dollar cutoff, right? Because every billed amount they are not going to pay, they are going to pay only the allowed amount. Usually, the client wants us to work only on greater than $100 or greater than $50. Some cutoff will be there. The similar way, appeal also, whenever you're going for a second level appeal, understand till what level we are going to appeal it. And third one, check the appeal history, right? What is the appeal I did so far? And what all the appeals are in a success rate? And what all the appeal I am not able to overcome? See, unless you get this details, okay, we cannot go and then do this appeal processing in a very successful manner. So appeal is an indication for you that whatever appeal you are sending, it is not valid or it is not substantial. So we have to be careful what I'm going to do on this particular appeal. And so one question to all, okay, when the claim is denied for a pending information, okay, for example, claim is denied for, I'll take one rough scenario, okay, pending for one medical record, okay, for example, office notes. Do we need to appeal or do we need to send only the office notes to the insurance company? What do you guys will do?
We should send only the office notes to the provider.
Correct. Can we send appeal letter?
So, to the insurance.
Correct. Can we send appeal letter?
It's not required.
Not required. See, the point is,
when we can send.
Correct. See, the point is when you send the medical record, that is more than sufficient for that denial. For example, you are going to attach your appeal letter, that will be considered as your first appeal, which is you are missing one appeal chance there, right? When the claim is denied for pending info, send only the pending information. Don't appeal it. Don't attach any appeal letter. And second one, see, this is the way which we are going to do on the appeal upheld scenario. See here, we have an appeal letter, right? Many companies, okay, we used to create a standard appeal letter and we ask the team to follow the standard appeal letter for the scenarios. Right now, we have a lot of options are available, right? We have a chat GPT and a lot of AI tools are available with us. Okay, if you give the combination, don't give any patient PHI information in it. Instead of that, you give your problem. Okay, this is my denial code and denial reason code, CAR, ROR code. and this is my CPT code involved in it. What is the claim denied reason from the payer? If you upload all and then ask that chat GPT or whatever you are using, Copilot or whatever may be, you ask them to create a appeal letter, it will be very specific and then individually it will prepare for that particular scenario. And if you want to add LCD guidelines, please start adding it. It is going to give you the beautifully prepared appeal letter and then attach what you need. And then we see a lot of success on these kind of appeal letters instead of sending the blind one, right? The standard template appeal form, you can change it because the insurance company also expecting that kind of review. So usually what we will do a medical necessity letter with the coders, right? The A is giving the same type of letter. When you give these type of details to them, try that. Okay, check with your managers, team leads, and your boss, and then check with them, can we use it? Okay, it is going to be very, very effective. And we are seeing a lot of success rate from these kind of appeal letters. Right. Well, how we can use lean here? Okay, that's what we need to check, right? See, there's a lean. The first point is when you identify there are some other additional document can be sent in the second time. Why I'm not sending in the first time, right? You check this. And second one, create appeal template using AI and then denial reason. So this will be very appropriate and this will be very, very specific to that particular denial. And it is not a overall or standard template type. And create a quality audit. See, whenever you want to appeal to be successful, you put some effort, put some quality there. Okay, it's not a number. Okay, I did 100 appeals today. No, that's a dollar value sitting there, right? And you have to make sure that all your appeal has to be overturned into the revenue. And check, see, for example, some of the appeal cannot overturn. Say, I'll take a scenario. For example, claim denied for an authorization. Okay, you know very well if a claim is denied authorization, whatever medical record you appeal and how many times you appeal, the insurance is not going to consider. We have the zero success rate when the claim is denied for no auth available cases. So in that scenario, you track your appeal history and appeal success rate, go back to client and say that these are all the appeals can be overturned. These are all the appeals cannot be overturned. And then you try to avoid these kind of appeals in future. And first thing, do it correctly in the first time itself. That's what the major thing which we are going to discuss here, right? And these are two different denials which we covered today. One is appeal upheld, how we can improve it. And the next one is paid to patient with the RCA. Okay, what is that problem? I hope this is a good information to you. We will connect you again with one more denial. Thank you.